There we go. Hey, Acadiana. Welcome to the First and 10 post show. I'm one of your hosts, Jalen Cavalier, and with me is
the other host. My name is Dawson D'Amico, actually. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Double D at its finest. What's going on, Acadiana? Well, Dawson, tonight was another great night of football.
Week 7. Can you believe it's already been 7 weeks since we started? It seems like it was just yesterday. We were watching week 1. It's actually awesome. We're seeing some great games. I know we had some great games today. Jalen, tell me where you at?
Oh, definitely. I was out there in St. Landry Parish. For those who don't know, that Eunice is actually in St. Landry Parish.
Okay. I know there's a big debate.
I know there's a big debate, but so so it was in Eunice. Started at Eunice High.
Okay.
That's where my first game was at. They took on LaGrange out of Lake Charles.
Okay.
And what I didn't notice until I got to Eunice, and one of the officers I was talking to, they was like, "Oh yeah, we're going to get our first win." So Eunice is 0-6 to start the year out, but thankfully they won tonight, 24-20, get their first win of the year.
That's huge. That's actually really awesome.
Yeah, they made some great plays tonight. They were able to get that win. Then in my second game, St. Ed's was taking on Sacred Heart. The one touchdown Sacred Heart scored in the game, I actually got on video for First and 10.
There we go.
And St. Ed's, the big play you saw on First and 10 came west to Blake Moran, which is one of the top plays you actually should go vote for. Not because I had the top play, but just because it's a top play in general. You should go vote for. He shaked some defenders and got into the end zone.
Oh, I did see that.
And St. Ed's ended up winning 58-7. So I got the only touchdown for Sacred Heart. St. Ed's is they're undefeated, 7-0 on the year. So shout out to the Blue Jays, man. I mean, they're having a great year so far. But let's transition over to your games. Also,
I was out in Karen Crow. I started off in Karen Crow. They were hosting Sam Houston. And honestly, I didn't realize how good of a game this was going to be. Karen Crow, they're coming off of 2 wins. Sam Houston, I know they've had a pretty impressive season as well. So I knew this was going to be a good clash. I mean, when it started off, you could tell the atmosphere was big. I mean, it was homecoming out in Karen Crow, so the team wanted to really make a statement. And it was a good statement at the end of the game. They ended up winning in a comeback fashion. But besides that, there were some really high profile plays that I was able to watch. Sam Houston, they got this running back. His name is Drew Bailey. That guy is shifty. His footwork, he's not the best speed, but as far as his decision making and being able to have good vision, he was able to break off a really, really impressive run. And I honestly, as I'm watching it, my jaw dropped. I'm like, this is very impressive. And honestly, he looked like he was Christian McCaffrey on the field. Honestly, it was like, I know that's high praise, but that's how good this kid looked. And he broke off a few really good runs after that too. When I left, it was basically all Sam Houston. But as I'm checking the score when we were when we came back, Karen Crow kept coming back, and they ended up winning 37-27. So congrats to them. That's 3 in a row after starting off 0-4. So are the Bears back? We'll have to see. I mean, they've won 3 in a row. I know. We still got a lot of football left, but that was very impressive by the Bears. They have a good running game, and they have a good atmosphere as far as their team. You could tell they really wanted it. The coaching staff, they were getting on their players when they were making mistakes, and the players were getting on each other when they were making mistakes. So they know how to hold each other accountable, and that's what you got to look for in a good team. And I ended up going after that. I got a few highlights from there, and I went down the road to LCA. They played Notre Dame, and when I got there, first off, apparently it started off 21-0 before I got there. Notre Dame was kicking butt, and when I got there, it was 7-28, and I was thinking this game was basically over with. But right before halftime, it was like a minute and a half left. Braylon Walker, he throws a bomb to Braden Allen, and he catches it in double coverage. It was a beautiful play, and that is a play of the week as well. So if you want to go for that, that set up a nice little touchdown. But we went into the second half, and the Pios were just absolutely brutal, just running up the middle every single time, and they wouldn't be able to stop. I'm pretty sure they averaged at least 6 to 7 yards a run in the first 2 opening drives of the second half. It was absolutely, it was decimating. You can tell they were draining the life out of the crowd out at LCA, and they were able to come up with a huge victory. Notre Dame, their schedule, their record doesn't show it, but being 4-3, they play tough. And I've been to a few games this year, and those guys are really well coached and just really good players overall. They don't have all like the top athletes in the world, but when you can play together, you don't really need the best. You just have to have good coaching and discipline, and that's exactly what they have. Other than that, I mean, we got our boy JB
Hey,
right
came
here.
in at the right time.
Right time. JB, tell us where you were at. I know you had a nice little game. Talk about some history that you were able to witness.
Acadiana Lafayette High, huge game. And let's just say the Wreck-It Rams came to play today. Caden DeBetta needing 35 yards to become the all-time leading passer for the Wreck-It Rams. It took him 2 to 3 passes, both touchdowns, one to Taden Collins down the sideline, the first one to his brother Colin DeBetta, and he surpasses head coach Matt McCullough.
Doing that with a touchdown pass, too.
Yeah.
It was
It's
a
like Drew
beautiful play.
Brees whenever he broke the
When he broke
record
the
with the
record,
Traquan Smith. Basically the same exact plays, right down the sideline.
Wide open.
Wreck-It
was
Rams
awesome.
look so good tonight, dude. I think like one of the best teams in our area. I think they're
Arguably in the
destined to make
state.
a pretty deep run right now. Running backs, they play out of their mind. Receivers, really talented guys. You got Colin DeBetta, you got Russell Babineau. The defense, they come up with turnovers. They got a fumble recovery tonight and an interception. I want to say it was like 35-3 by the time that I left. I think it was like the first quarter.
In the first one.
Yeah. Or no, not the first quarter, the first half.
Oh, okay.
Let's be fair.
It's still a blowout
Let's be
either
fair.
way.
Let's be fair. But
okay.
no, really, really good night for Acadiana High, and congratulations to DeBetta on the all-time leading passer for Acadiana High.
Being able to break the record that your head coach holds, that has to be something. I'd love to be able to talk with the head coach. What's his name again?
Matt McCullough.
Matt McCullough. Just to see, like, was he rooting for DeBetta to be able to do that? Because a lot of guys, they have a lot of pride in the records they break. But when you're able to coach a kid as talented as DeBetta, I mean, you'd want them to succeed. And being able to be the coach for that, I can just imagine how grateful he feels.
Especially when you're
you're
like on the road to a state championship right now, because that's the main way they're heading. And we're gonna have a lot of great games coming up. And actually, we'll have a state championship rematch next week as an option for our game of the week.
Ooh, Jalen, go show.
I know you were
go show.
Wait,
I got you. Don't worry.
Okay.
So, but before we even talk about those though, JB. So I know last week we were sitting there doing dances talking about the Dougie.
Oh yeah.
So is there a particular dance that we got tonight that we need to show the viewers?
Show a dance? Oh, I don't know if I can do all that, man.
Maybe the stinky leg.
Maybe the stinky leg.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking a little name.
Oh my gosh, you guys are cheesy, but I love them. It's crazy.
I got no much that much coordination. Maybe Ski can break out some moves.
Oh, I already know Ski.
Ski, what about the name? How's that?
Okay, so like
I hope y'all hear me. I hope that y'all know Karaski the character, bro.
I don't remember much or the name or the name.
You got a whip, and then you got a name.
Name. Oh, name.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. It's just like say like it's the is it like it's
Look at him dancing with the stars, featuring Karaski Melvin, baby. Featuring Karaski
Oh, we
Melvin.
did the swag surf a couple weeks back.
Yeah,
Swag
swag
surf.
Great ending to a 1st and 10, by the way.
very poorly. I attended. I never claimed that I have rhythm here. They pay me to talk, and that's really what I'm good at. I will say I will try. I'm not saying I will succeed. See, like he's
Now you got me into it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So we had the
Hold on,
swag
hold on.
surf on air before. Last week was the Dougie. This week we're just gonna go with the Nene. So maybe next week, JB, we can get you to do.
Tune in next week. I got y'all. I got y'all next week. Just wait.
Well, we got game of the week.
I'm not
Hey,
gonna
but we
say
do
it.
have game of the week. Let's see about this game of the week.
Ooh, we have some really good candidates next week. All right, JB, tell us what we got.
Southside Acadiana, facing the all-time Acadiana passing leader, DeBetta. And Southside, they look good tonight in their own right. State championship rematch. We've been covering this entire game from last season, all off season with the state championship issues that went down with LHSAA. That's a huge game. STM, they had a week of rest this week because of the cancellations with North Vermilion and Como. They'll take on Rain next week at home. They need a good win over there. And then the Gents, they're going to be going to Church Point to take on the Bears, the Battling Bears. That's going to be a good matchup. Overall, I don't think Acadiana can go wrong. But like I said earlier in the week, I wanted Ascension Episcopal in VC. That was our game of the week.
We did.
Hey, who do we want? The
Cecilia and
storyline.
Opelousas.
The storyline is there,
story.
y'all.
The story. You gotta
The
go with the
The
story.
story will continue. There's going to be more coverage. I know I covered this a lot about Opelousas being stripped and then being able to come back and finally get it back. Cecilia, I know they've had this game circled on
On the
their schedule all year long. I'm pretty sure that is homecoming for Opelousas as well. So that is going to be a crazy game.
Yeah, that has to be everybody make sure you go out and vote for game of the week because
we're not going to be impartial. It's a fair, it's a fair vote.
Yeah.
It's a fair vote.
But,
I promise.
We believe and trust in Acadiana.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a good. Either way you pick, it's going to be a great game that we're going to love to go live at. Polls will close Tuesday around 11:59, and on Live from Studio 10 Wednesday, we will announce not only your game of the week, the play of the week. Head on over to our website, klfy.com. Make your voices heard for that. Gentlemen, take us home.
Hey,
we're going to take it home.
But also adding to what Karaski just said, that's Wednesday. But on Thursday, you got to stay tuned for KLFY's Athlete of the Week.
You already know Jalen Cavalier got you guys. Come on.
You already know. This past week, Athlete of the Week, Shanka Charles from New Iberia. Now, who's going to be here next week? I guess you have to find out. Stay tuned.
JB has more.
I don't know. He told me to come back. What am I saying?
What we got? We got something coming up on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, Tuesday. Beyond the Jersey. We're getting you set for Cajun basketball season, baby.
Oh.
Cajun women's basketball.
A little hoops?
Yeah. We got the Bayou Bash on Wednesday. So we're going to, be over there getting you ready for that. And then on top of that, we're going to talk with Tamia Robinson, Cajun basketball.
A lot of stuff to look forward to, better than what we're dealing with the Saints right now.
We're not gonna talk about what's going on with
the Saints yesterday. But you know what? Hey, Cajuns, they're in Conway taking on Coastal tomorrow at 11 a.m. Battle of the Golden Boot, LSU and Arkansas tomorrow night. And then Sunday, we're going to take a day off of Saints.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have a special story with John Taylor, former UL baseball player, making it big on social media right now. And you can also catch that on Cajun Nation. You feel me?
Let's take it home, y'all.
Right, thank you so much.
We'll let you guys go. Remember to tune in next week, not only 1st and 10, but right here at the post show. I'm Dawson D'Amico.
And I'm Jalen Cavalier.
Thank you all for watching, everybody. See y'all soon.